friends. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I have to be right all the time, especially when it comes to my almost teenage daughter. And I don't usually mean to. It's like sometimes I think a subconscious thing, or like I'm the mom, so I know best because I've lived more, right? I can kind of get that hoity toity thing going on. And of course, she being almost 13, she isn't buying it. So we end up getting in some pretty gnarly fights. I ain't gonna lie. So I was ugly crying at church a couple weeks ago, just praying over this, what I feel kind of broken relationship. And I'm just like, God, I'm so tired of fighting against her. And he's like, daughter, stop fighting against her and instead start fighting for her. Because she has things warring against her that you don't even know nothing about. And just as much as you feel like all hell is coming against you, she feels the same. And she has her own pain. So stop thinking like, oh, I'm fighting against her, and instead start fighting for her from a different standpoint. And he reminded me of like all the verses in the Bible that talk about like we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers of this dark age. Like sometimes I feel like we get so into it with someone that we forget that we're not even fighting necessarily against them. Maybe it's like a spirit or it's a thing that they represent. Maybe they're also triggering our pain. And so instead of fighting and thinking, oh, I'm fighting against them and I have to win and I have to be right, maybe if we step back and we decide to take it from God's perspective, and he's wanting us to fight for them, to fight with them, alongside them, not against them, because we're all on the same side if we are God's children, right? So instead of fighting and fighting for the right to be right, I'm talking to myself, not just you. I got it first and then I got to pass it on. So I'm trying to live it and I'm not doing it perfectly. There's still days where I have to remind myself and I still get it wrong and I still end up fighting against her instead of fighting for her and praying for her and covering her in prayer and just saying, God, how can I show her love? Like, how can I fight for her? How can I show her that? So I'm just getting on to encourage someone. Like, maybe you have someone that has just been really getting under your skin and you're just feeling like you're forever fighting against them. Maybe you just say, God, help me to fight for them. Help me to pray for them. Help me to just think about that maybe they're going through something that I can't even comprehend. I don't even know. And maybe they haven't told me. But whatever it is, God, will you just help me to fight for them instead of against? I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later.